This is going to be our last set of decisions for the day, folks. This has gone on a long time. We will return with this tomorrow. However, for this particular one, we have Ravishing Rick Rude and the Hardy Boys up for grabs. Let's see what our infamous and rather irritating at this point spinner decides on. Hopefully, it will function as I intend it to, and we can go from there. The Hardy Boys stay on our brand. We really should. Oh, you know what? I'm going to on second thought, I'm going to make a call and put them over to Primordial. Simply because there are more tag teams on this side than the other side. And we need to start evening things out. Now, as for Rude, he is staying on Urban Warfare Wrestling Federation. And that'll be all for this one. And now, for this decision, we are using and deciding the fates of the Big Russian Rusev and Ricochet. So where is Rusev going? Aha. He is staying on the original brand, and Ricochet's fate. Alright. We'll accept that for now, but this spinner may be obsolete momentarily if this continues. If this spinner continues to favor one side, we may just make the calls ourselves, but this is going to be our final attempt. And for this one, we have Christian and Sheamus. We will start with Sheamus's fate. Sheamus will be going over to Primordial. And Christian, we shall see. He stays on Urban Warfare Wrestling Federation. Okay. We have Pennywise the Clown. A fairly new member, but added for the horror creations within our group. And Daniel Bryant. Brian. I forget. Whatever. The point is, their fates are to be decided here. And Daniel's staying with this brand, with the original brand. Okay. Pennywise, where are you going, my friend? Or should we just make the call? You know, I'm looking and I don't see any horror characters on that side, so I think Pennywise will go over to Primordial. Alright. For this one, we have Jerry the King Lawler and Batman. That's right. And their fates are about to be decided, and we will start with the Bat. Ah, yes, quite fitting for a Batman. He goes to Primordial. What about you, Jerry? Aha. Staying on the original brand. That works for me. Alright. Okay. For our next set of decisions, we have Sting and Hornswoggle. And well, this thing was underneath it. That's not exactly appropriate. We'll try this once more. Hornswoggle stays on Urban Warfare. And Sting? What of Sting? I'm not going to make that call because it's doubling. And when it doubles, we make a second decision. So Sting will go over to the other brand. We cannot have this side have more than this side, and as you can see, that's sort of becoming the problem here. I think this thing cannot be used. It's not nearly even. For this one, we have Becky Lynch and Bray Wyatt. I would think Bray Wyatt, as well as The Fiend, as they are both iterations of him, should probably be on Primordial. It seems they are fitting for him and his deranged behavior, no matter what costume he chooses to wear. And Becky Lynch we will put right in WWF because of the lack of female members. Alright. Now, let's see. We have Thanos and the Hulk. We do not know. I know that I'd like them to be on the same roster. We may need the spinner for this. I don't know what the spinner is going to tell us. And the Hulk is going over to Primordial. Will Thanos be on the same side? I do not know. It would appear so. There's another battle that's not going to stop raging. Quite good, quite good. We're going to decide the fate of Funaki and Finn Balor. I tend to think Finn Balor would be better suited for Primordial, whereas Funaki might just be better on the original roster. Alright. For this one, we are deciding the fates of Frank Kazarian and the Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior I will put on the original Urban Warfare roster. He's one of the originals. He should stay where he's always been. As for Frank, he's in an off-brand. He might be able to handle the brutality in Primordial, so we'll send him there. And here we have Booker T and Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Now Booker has seen many iterations and has done many things, but he pretty much stayed within the WWE walls. He's not ready for the brutality that will be Primordial, so he will stay on the original roster. And Jimmy has seen a great deal more. He can handle the Primordial roster, so that is where he's going. Alright. For this one, it's John Cena and Mr. Kennedy, and I think we'll put Mr. Kennedy right into Primordial, and John Cena and all his iterations will stay on the original Urban Warfare roster. Okay, that's decided. Looking like we're getting both sides pretty full up at this point. There we have the Star Child himself and Roman Reigns. We might use a spinner for this one. Let's start with Roman Reigns. Aha. He'll stay on the Urban Warfare roster. And you, where are you going? It's an undecided hit. Or is it? No. It's on the Primordial side. That's where you are going then.